And this is a good commercial. Look at how it's filmed. It was nice. It's a very nice commercial, very simple, minimalistic. You love it. You love to see it. Then Sony pops up and you're like, they flashbang the fuck out of you saying, oh yeah, we're killing off physical media. Take this turntable. Like, these guys are fucking stupid, bro. They gotta be. I don't really know what else to add to what people have been talking about with PlayStation and Sony. There was a time where I used to just play their games and just not question the quality of the games, the system itself, the hardware, any of that shit. I used to not question it because it used to be consistent. I think partway through the PS4 timeline, where you started to see some like decisions where you're like, all right, it's getting kind of, what's going on here? Like, you know, game prices started to increase back then. Subscriptions, around the time subscriptions were really starting to just become a thing like all the time, towards the end of the PS4 era. I don't really know if we need to talk about everything that's happened in PS5. Like, I mean, nowadays when I look at PlayStation games, I have to think to myself, is this going to be a live service? Or is this game going to have the same type of story that they've been telling over and over and over again? Third person action game, the story is the same. These games are good. Like, they're well made. Like, they work. You know, the gameplay is really good. It's the same type of shit, like a story movie game, you know? Like Spider-Man, when that released, it was like, oh shit. And then Marvel Spider-Man 2 happened, and Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man and then Spider-Man Miles Morales are way better than Spider-Man 2. Like, I don't know how that's possible. Whoever the writer of the next Spider-Man game from Insomniac is, I do not envy your job at all. Like, good luck. Good luck with that shit. Anyway, that Spider-Man, you know, the new movie for Spider-Man comes out today. So Sony's been doing this weird shit where they are talking about ending physical media, but then they're also promoting physical media. The turntable that they just announced, I don't know how you're going to talk about that and then also make announcements about ending physical media. If you end physical media, then you should discontinue these fucking products, right? Like, you should discontinue all of your physical media that includes a disc, right? What are we talking about? It makes no fucking sense. I'm gonna go and show the commercial that they had for this on Twitter. We're gonna go into that because it's just so stupid. These companies have the fucking audacity to do this shit, and then they'll gaslight you into believing that this is for your benefit, or my god, or they'll just completely fucking ignore the whole entire issue. And then they disappear from social media, come back, and then they announce a fight stick. If you've seen that post, I saw videos talking about that shit. I said, there's no fucking way. And you can't make this shit up, because when the fight stick was announced, days later, we have the beta for their newest game, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. And this game runs like complete shit on PC. It runs like complete ass. And they want to promote this game, and it only really works on console. Surprise, surprise. It might as well be a goddamn PlayStation exclusive. Tell people you don't want their fucking money. Fuck off. Fuck you. You see what I mean? Like, just tell them. Just tell them it only works best on PlayStation. Just tell them to fuck right off if they don't want to buy a PlayStation 5. And they'll leave. We have days before this game releases. If it runs like shit, just like the beta did, it's over, bro. It's over. At that point, I'll be like, yo, all the countries that can't play the game, all the 120 countries that don't have PSN that can't access the game because they can't sign in, you know what? Y'all don't need to buy this shit anyway. Don't waste your fucking time or money. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this company. Anyway, let me, I went on a whole tangent. Let me just pull up the turntable real quick. Let me type this shit in. We're gonna go on Yahoo Tech, right? This is so fucking stupid, bro. Alright, Yahoo Tech. Sony just launched a $400 record player to celebrate physical media while killing PlayStation game discs. Like, I don't run a billion-dollar company, but if I did, I would have common fucking sense. I'd actually have a brain in my fucking skull. I understand it's all about money, it's all about profit, but why would you intentionally make people hate you to not spend money on your products, you fucking idiot? It's just like, it's like common fucking sense at this point. At this point, it's like you're intentionally being obtuse. I'm not even disappointed at this point. I'm just fucking mad. Because this looks really nice. It looks really nice. I'd buy it. This looks nice. This looks really good. They're trying to signal to all these companies that you can get away with this shit and it's gonna work out. You're still gonna profit anyway. Just go all digital, go all subscription. It's going to work out. You'll be fine. That's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to signal to all the other fucking companies. And Microsoft is going to do the same shit with Xbox. They're going to do the same shit. And everybody else is going to do the same shit. Nintendo's probably going to be the last company to do it. And if Nintendo does it, then we're truly fucked. They already kind of halfway did it. The key cards are basically Nintendo halfway digital anyway. It's not even, the game's not even in that shit. And they're picking and choosing which ones are going to have all the data in it. So like at this point, just go full digital too. Fuck you. Like anyway, we're not. I'm not gonna get too fucking angry. I probably have music in the background right now. So I'm just gonna read everything it says here in the post as the fucking trailer is playing. Okay, here we go. Rediscover the warmth, detail, and ritual of vinyl with the LX3 turntable. Drop the needle, press play, and enjoy music the way it was meant to be heard. Time to upgrade. What the fuck? And this is a good commercial. Look at how it's filmed. It's nice. It's a very nice commercial. Very simple, minimalistic. You love it. You love to see it. Then Sony pops up and you're like, you start freaking out. Like, he's like, what the fuck? They flashbang the fuck out of you saying, oh yeah, we're killing off physical media. Take this turntable. Like, these guys are fucking stupid, bro. They gotta be. The whole company, whoever's doing this shit, not the people who are making the advertisements and shit. I'm talking like the decision makers of this company. Like, they're just a bunch of fucking idiots. They gotta be. How did they get anything done? How did they even release this product? How did they even get this far? I'm surprised they even made it this far to where they got this out. Because you gotta think, like, they can't even get their PlayStation shit together. They're increasing prices on everything, thinking people still gonna buy this shit. And we're like, nobody wanted to do that. Nobody wanted to buy an overly expensive console because console was supposed to be the fucking affordable option for decades. And then suddenly you went like, oh yeah, so like at this rate, you're basically buying a PC. What you're gonna do is make people end up leaving your platform and buying a PC. What you're gonna fucking do. That's what you're doing. People are gonna end up buying a computer at this rate. Release PS6. No, hold on. Let me change views real quick. Let me release the PlayStation 6, $1,200. That's probably how much it's gonna be at this rate, where shit's gonna keep climbing up. Things keep getting more expensive. At some point, it's gonna hit that point where people go, yeah, fuck that. Remember how much the PlayStation 5 was at launch? It was $499, I believe. It's $500 plus tax, obviously. Now it's like almost $1,000. What? Are you serious? Imagine the PlayStation 6. Imagine spending $1,200 on that shit. And that's gonna be more for anybody outside of the US. So would you spend money on that shit? Unless you're somebody who reviews technology and you are that kind of person that collects things in order to like have the history of these consoles and this shit here, because there's people that do that. No, I'm not gonna fucking throw shade at them or nothing like that. That's something that people legit do. They do that. They collect the stuff like that. But if you're not a collector and you just play this shit casually, right? If you're a casual gamer or you're somebody that buys PlayStation stuff and you like, you know, you keep up to date with what's going on, their decisions and shit, I don't think you'd be looking to buy a $1,200 plus tax console when you've been buying these consoles because they're not as expensive as buying a computer. And that's why you buy a console. That's why you're comfortable playing on a console and the controller, right? So like, what are they doing? What are they actually doing? And PlayStation, I don't know if anybody needs a reminder, most of the shit that they've done that has been like fantastic for the past like 20 plus years, most of that shit was like physical media, like people having the discs of games like Final Fantasy VII and shit, Crash Bandicoot and shit, Spyro, I can keep going. These are physical games. People used to go in the stores and buy their shit because they were like, yo, the sale, and GameStop, whoa. Right after they announced this, not only does their fighting game not work on PC, on Steam, right? It doesn't fucking work. It runs like absolute dog shit. On top of that, the servers go down in the same week. The whole day had issues. And then it actually brings up the question to people, wait a second, if they all go digital from 2028 onwards, what happens if something gets hacked? What happens if people's data goes missing? It just flies off into the ether, disappears, your account gets fucked up. Something happens on PlayStation's end and all the data that has your purchase history of all of these games disappears. What happens if something licensing related happens and games start missing from your fucking library? Just like the shows that they were talking about, the shows and movies that like are gone from people's library because of licensing, whatever the fuck was going on with that. That could happen at any time. What's stopping that from happening with the games that you purchased? People spent $100,000 on this shit, and imagine it just being gone. So then you just have a fucking paperweight console just sitting there doing nothing? And the people defending it, saying that digital is the future, it doesn't really matter, there's no point of like fighting against this shit. I gotta ask you, like, are you gonna be upset, or are you gonna like cheer when all your shit goes missing one day on the PlayStation Store, your account gets fucked up? Like, are you gonna have that same energy? No, I actually would love it if you kept that same energy the moment your shit goes missing on the store and you can't fucking retrieve that shit because something happened on PlayStation's end, on their servers, and something goes wrong. And they tell you in an email or something that, oh, we're trying to look into it on Twitter or whatever. We're trying to look into it. Yeah. And then they just go quiet and then nothing gets resolved. And maybe some people get their shit resolved and you don't. Hours of time. Save data on the cloud. Your shit's gone. Like your games that you had on there that you purchased from their shit doesn't exist anymore. Imagine that happening. Because that could happen. That could happen. Don't say it can't. Don't say it can't. I didn't think physical media was going to die in 2 years, but here we are. Last thing I'm going to say, if they roll back this decision, that does not mean it's a good thing, because that means they could do it again. This time, though, they'll wait a decade before they do it. When people get comfortable again, never let them fucking forget. Never let them forget. Don't let them forget. Never let them go for this shit. If they were to reverse this decision tomorrow, do not cheer. Don't fucking congratulate them. Don't say we won. We didn't win shit. Don't go congratulating everybody. Oh, wow, we did such a great job. Yay. Like, shut the fuck. They didn't do nothing. They decided they didn't want to fucking have people complaining no more. So they just said, fuck it, you know. But we'll be back. We'll do it again. The question is, if they do it again a decade from now, will you remember this? Looking at what gamers do when shit gets rough, I'm just going to say, like, you're probably going to forget. I'm going to be honest, like, I don't think anybody would remember a decade from now what's going on right now with PlayStation and Sony, with the physical media. All you got to do is say that you're going to release a new Call of Duty, an NBA game, or a sports game or some shit, and it's going to be like the evolution of all these games. Show some gameplay of that shit in like 3 years, release it 5 years later, and then 2 years later, nobody's going to fucking remember. I would love to be proven wrong. Prove me wrong, please. Remember that they did this shit. Don't just let them fucking do this and not remind them that you want your physical media all the time. Just annoy the shit out of them. That's the only thing I can think of that gamers can even do, is just annoy the fuck out of these companies. Annoy them. Get it to the point where they go like, oh, our feelings are hurt. Oh, we have billions of dollars. Oh, God, I don't know what to do. Oh, fuck. Like, shut the fuck. Like, no, like, shut the fuck up. I hate that shit so much. Yo, when you got these companies straight up going like, oh no, you can't say that. You can't call our shit slop or some shit. This shit is embarrassing, bro. I'm at the point where I'm just so fucking numb to this shit. I personally, I care. I still care, but I just look at people complaining about this, and they're letting them have it. The people are still. It's been weeks, right? How long has it been? People are still letting Sony have it. They're still making videos about this shit, which is good, because I expected after like a week people will forget. It's been longer than that, so let's keep it up for I don't know, 2 years. Oh God, are people really going to keep complaining to Sony for 2 years? We'll see, because man, if they release the next trailer for a really popular game like Spider-Man or some shit, I guess we're cooked. They'll just have people defending everything that Sony does. Oh yeah, Spider-Man's gonna have a physical edition. Don't worry about it. Stop bitching. That's what they're gonna fucking say to you, and it's fucked up, because a lot of y'all out there will be like, yeah, buy physical disc, and then you're gonna buy that physical disc and completely fucking forget that in the next year that shit's gonna be gone. Good luck trying to purchase another one. Better hold on to that physical disc as long as you can. Don't break it. Don't fucking break it. Oh my God, fuck Sony, fuck PlayStation right now, bro. Like, they're so far gone. I never thought they'd be this far gone. Like, I never would have imagined they'd be this far gone. This is crazy. So that's it for this video. I'm going to have 2 other videos pop up on the screen. If you want to watch those, feel free to do so. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Peace.